Ooh, we're being sent to apps. I guess we're live streaming now. That means that the God call in China is some mere seconds away.
Correct. We are recording and we are on YouTube. So here comes the God call.
Here's your God call with Reverend Bill.
How would you like to feel tomorrow morning? Think about it for a second. And if you were to continue doing the things that you're doing now, having the thoughts that you're having now, would tomorrow morning leave you feeling the way that you want to be feeling? Ah, well, there's the invitation. If there's a difference between where your thoughts are taking you now and where you'd like your thoughts to lead you, it's time to have some new thoughts. Change your mind, change your thoughts, invite something new, and experience a fabulous tomorrow.
Good morning, New Thought, Philly.
Morning.
We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. If you know it, sing along. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. We are the ones we are waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, I am that I am. Oh, I am that I am. One more time. I am that I am. Oh, I am that I the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Come on, y'all, on the porch. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the love that we seek. We are the seeds we are sowing. We are the harvest we reap. Oh, we are the harvest we reap. Come on. We are the harvest we reap.
Thank you, Jami Lula. It's wonderful to have you here. Wonderful to have everybody here this morning. Jami Lula, by the way, is filling in for Susan Catano, who realized at the last moment, based on some travel scheduling issues, that she wasn't going to be able to be here. And Jami lovingly, joyously, thoughtfully, and helpfully stepped up, even though he's got another church gig right after this one with my friend Sydney Steen over there in North Hollywood. So what a blessing for the Zoom and the time change and the willingness and all the rest of that. And by the way, did I mention good morning, New Thought Philadelphia? Happy Memorial Day weekend. Woohoo! It is a holiday, and we're going to be talking about holidays and holy days in a little bit. We're on Zoom again today, and we do this on a regular basis. Actually, we're always on Zoom. We sometimes get together in person as well. And you know the rules when we're on Zoom. Go ahead and keep yourself muted, except when we're going to be making some noise that you want everybody to hear. Like now. Let's go ahead and unmute, and you can repeat after me. I open myself to love.
I open myself to love.
I open myself to joy.
I open myself
to
joy.
I know today is a holy day.
I know
today is a holy day.
And that love is right here, right now.
And that love is right here, right now.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Click that mute thing one more time as I remind you that New Thought Philadelphia is an open and loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. So whatever path you've been on, Whatever brought you to our Zoom today, wherever you're heading next, we have been expecting you. Welcome home. We believe there's one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything, including each of us. And that we're each using that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs. The way we like to say it, your new life begins with a new thought. And that is true, true, true. And we're going to talk about that in even greater detail as the morning goes along. If you have extra electronic devices that are just going to distract you in the next hour or so, go ahead and put them on shush or out of the room so that we can focus on each other, so we can be connected in community. And I just want to mention that there was an invitation from at the board meeting this week. Yes, we have a board of trustees that actually is responsible for the business of New Thought Philadelphia about connecting in community. So if you are willing or able to turn your camera on at least some point during the celebration, it lets us connect on an even deeper level with each other. And of course, if you're running errands or you've got pictures of your ceiling fan that you are showing up in your camera, then don't do that. But, find a nice balance point for you. I'm Bill Marchiony, the spiritual director at New Thought Philadelphia. Our music today, as mentioned, is the illustrious Jami Lula. We got a couple of practitioners. Joe Catanzaro is going to lead us with a meditation in a little bit. And right now, Jesus Baez, our SCP, is going to open us the way we open everything with a practical prayer.
Thank you, Rev. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. Nice and shiny. If it's raining where you at, the sun is still shining. So I invite you this beautiful morning, this blessed morning that the Lord has created for each one of us. Let's be glad. Let's rejoice. And again, I say rejoice. Let's rejoice in it. Because that's where we move and live and have our being. We had entered the temple gates with thanksgiving. We are sitting in his courts with praise and goodness, recognizing the one presence. Here in this celebration, we are together in unity. We are always together, not only now, but every moment in time. Spirit is the one that unifies us. Sometimes we might look in that separation, but this too shall pass. We are always like the sun is always shining. We are also shining. It's God in us, through us, around us, as us. Make it so. We didn't make that so. God made it. God created this day. God is creating this experience that each one is having here and now. Let's open our hearts, if they not yet. Our mind, our soul, to the presence, to the celebration, to each one here that's that gift of God in this plane. God has put each one here to enjoy, to share their self, their authentic self. Any garments that we have put on that the human race conscience has dressed us with, let's be naked. Not literally. Speaking about in the figurative speech, naked to the one presence, one God, one creator. I'm thankful. I'm grateful for this moment in time that I'm here with my brothers and sisters, sharing, worshiping, listening, through the music, through the talk, through the meditation, all these attributes of God that each one's bring to the table of goodness. I am grateful for each and everybody here. With thanksgiving, joy in my heart, I let my word be known to spirit, and the law of God will make it so. And I know in my marrows, in my cells, in my atoms, in my molecule, in my whole body, that that's the truth. And so it is. Amen.
So it is. So it is. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. And the reason we do a prayer, as you have heard once or twice before, is because it works. It does something. It changes the experience that we're having in life. And if you have a prayer work story, something that you would like to share, give voice to, go ahead and wave your hand. You can do it digitally, or you can make a little semaphore sign about what's going on for you as we're leading into the very beginning of summer. Anybody have a prayer work story to share? You're saving them up, are you? Okay. Okay. Well, we're all right with that. And pay attention. Pay attention to what happens in your life as you are intentional about what you'd like to happen in your life. And note that when something shows up the way that you thought you wanted it to, that's a prayer work story. So feel free to share that and keep note of it for the future. In the meantime, Kazoo's at the ready. We are going to do announcements, and Hannah is going to lead or read.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
This holy information is on the website at newthoughtphilly.org. Sign up there for the weekly e-newsletter so we can keep in touch. We host a dozen 15-minute meditations every week. Drop by for some quick inspiration on Zoom. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings this week are also on Insight Timer Live. The Practical Prayer podcast this week is Intrusive Thoughts with Carol and Reverend Bill. Listen where you get your podcasts. We'll be running short form classes and workshops this summer, including a practical prayer class and EFT/tapping workshop. Details are coming soon. Sandy leads the Power of 8 Intention Circle every Monday evening from 6:30 to 7 to help bring new experience to the lives of the group members. Have you tried a God Call subscription? You can get a half-minute of inspiration on your phone 4 times a week. Begin your free 2-week trial at godcall.org. There are now 2,227 spiritual adventurers in our group on meetup.com. Join or drop by a daily meditation to see what they know. And follow, subscribe, like, and share on Instagram, Facebook, Insight Timer, and YouTube. We are grateful for your financial support. Please support New Thought Philly with a tax-deductible donation by Zelle, Cash App, check, PayPal, Venmo, credit, or debit card. Thank you to the team that makes these celebrations work. We get together ahead of time to get things in order and have some fun. Email the volunteer coordinator to join the joy. Next Sunday is online with Finding God. Reverend Bill reconciles the experiences so many have of searching for God with the core concept that God is all there is. Live original music by the always inspiring Benjamin Mora. The practitioners are available for professional sessions by appointment. After the celebration, Jesus is available for a quick transformational miracle in a minute prayer. Stick around in the Zoom meeting after the celebration for casual conversation.
Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have a blessing that we specifically focus on people who are here for the first time. What we're going to do today is we are all going to offer up this blessing. And if you feel like you could really benefit from, would like to have a blessing today, you can hold back a little and just receive. And the rest of us are going to give and receive. So whatever feels right for you, go ahead and rub your hands together. Feel the warmth, feel the love. Let yourself be connected with that divine presence that you are, and then send that out. You are the bright light of God's love. Thank you, thank you, thank you for shining that light and sharing that love with us today. You are a blessing, and we are blessed. So it is. As Jamie does the next song, go ahead and either switch into gallery view, and if you can, turn your camera on, or scroll through on your device, so we can make contact with eye contact with the people who we are in community with, because uh, that's what this is all about. Spiritual community is about being spiritual and being in community. Jamie?
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. And just one look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Come on, lovely day, 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 lovely day. When the light day lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, oh, and I know it's all right with me. Oh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be, you all know the words, come on. A lovely day, yeah, 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 yeah. A lovely day, a lovely, 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 lovely day,
Ooh, lovely. Lovely. Thank you so much, Jamie Lula. We like the Flames of Faith, and this has a resonance for a lot of people. I hear more comments about how impactful the Flames of Faith is from people than any other single thing that we do in our Sunday celebration. So I'm used to it. I have it memorized, but it is still wonderful to hear. And today, Karen is going to read the Flames of Faith for us.
We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from one power, love, intelligence, which we call spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the earth-based traditions, honoring beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge and action and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And as we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experience the healing flame of God's eternal love. And so it is. Amen.
So it is. Blessed be. Opportunities for healing indeed. The reading today is from New Thoughts for Today, the Anton anthology book. This entry is by Melissa Higginbotham, and it is going to be shared with us by Nia.
Okay. So the reading is Holy Pause Moment. Pause, pray, proceed. Reverend Dr. Martha Creek. Pause, pray, proceed. I breathe as I gaze at these words while at my desk. They shimmer on a photograph taken by a dear friend. The picture hangs nearby to remind me to periodically take a pause and be with my eternal self. To breathe in God frequency, a holy pause moment in time, and be still and know. This holy pause moment is a prayer itself. When we recognize that God is the underlying truth of our universe, when we pause and take a breath, we are breathing in God. When we breathe in God, the in-breath of spirit, we unify with the knowing that God is. And in this knowing, we step into realization, into knowing that God is, I am, and that I know I am now the prayer itself, both the one who prays and the one who is being the thing itself. Pause, pray, and now I proceed, looking with the eyes of God, of the divine, through me, with me, as me, at everything I do and everyone I see. And in this seeing, in this knowing, I can truly say, behold, I make all things new. God is, God is, God is. And there's an affirmation or saying, in the beginning, God. God created everything out of itself. Therefore, God looks through me as me right now. I know that everything I see in me is also God. This I know as truth.
Here's a new song. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Living in your love, knowing it's my love. Love of a father, mother, sister, brother, family of choice, a love like no other. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. What is mine to do? What's the best that I can be? What's the answer to the question I've been trying to find? I know you'll help me see. Come on, y'all. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Fan the faith of 10,000 flames. Make a way, Lord. A glow in God's good grace. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Come on. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Sing it out, sing it out, sing it out. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Fan the faith of 10,000 flames. Make a way, Lord. A glow in God's good grace. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Oh, make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord. Make a way, make a way, make a way, Lord.
Thank you, Jamie Lula. Thank you so much. And I wanted to say happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. It is a holiday. It is actually the kickoff of the patriotic holiday season. And most people don't think of it as the patriotic holiday season. But Memorial Day, in addition to being the unofficial start of the summer season, is also a day that we honor our soldiers, those who have fallen in battle, fighting to defend or protect this United States of America in which we are living. It was originally started in 1868 to honor Union soldiers. It rapidly expanded to honor Union and Confederate soldiers, and it has been honored since then, or extended since then, to honor everybody, all of the soldiers who have fought for and given, as it's referred to, the last full measure for their country. And it's kind of metaphysical about looking at that situation and saying, this is what I'm taking a stand for. This is worth fighting for. And it brings up the question of what's worth fighting for. We'll talk about that a little bit together. The other patriotic holidays are Flag Day, which most people don't pay a whole lot of attention to, and Independence Day, which is 4th of July weekend, which is the ultimate grilling weekend of the summer. That's where that all starts up, and it really feels like summertime. We have the advantage slash disadvantage of Memorial Day weekend being a little bit chilly here in the Philadelphia area, so it's not like we're in the full swing of summer quite yet. Flag Day is on June 14th, and the first Flag Day was in 1777. That was the day that the Continental Congress, the U.S., that we adopted the United States flag. And the law, the declaration was that the flag of the 13 United States be 13 stripes, alternate red and white, that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field, representing a new constellation. And that was the specification, that was the definition of the flag of the United States. And we've all seen it. And you might have noticed that it's a little different now than it was then. And that's because it's subject to change. The specification has changed. It's now no longer 13 stars and 13 stripes. It's 13 stripes, but there are 50 stars because things change. And it's important to remember things change. Sometimes things change for the better. Sometimes we are able to invite in a new experience that we would love to have instead, and let that be the one that we're having. It is also possible to have the experience of looking a fact in the face and saying that this is not me, this is not what I stand for, this is not what I believe in, this is not okay with me, and to take a stand. And we can use these holidays, these reminders of what has happened up until now, that there are people our fellow countrymen who have, and women who have willingly fought and taken a stand for what they believe in to bring about a new experience, which is the one that they are preferring and the one that they are choosing. So it's called a holiday, which is actually a holy day, which means it's a sacred day. And there is something sacred for each of us. And it's really easy to say, nah, it's just an extra day off from work. I don't have to do anything on Monday. I can get the barbecue grill out. I can hang around with friends. I can do these things that I'm doing. My town is pretty empty this weekend because it's the first weekend of everybody going down the shore, and that's okay. That there is an experience that we're going to be having, and it's still a holiday. It's still a holy day. And if you've been listening to me for any period of time, you know that that's a sort of a slippery statement because since there's only God's divine love. Everything is sacred, everything is holy, and every day is a holy day. Yeah, yeah, you got me. That is correct. That's my thing. And when we're celebrating a holy day, we can be more specific about it. We can be more intentional about it. We can take a moment to be deliberate about what's holy for us, what is sacred for us, what is it that we are choosing to bring into experience. And there's a lot that's been going on in our government. We generally try and avoid talking about politics because mixing religion and politics is never a good idea. And what I do get into is government, and especially the way that as we the people, are allowing ourselves to be organized and governed. There's a wonderful article that our friend Robert Brzezinski, New Thought Media Network, and is also now the spiritual leader of the Center for Spiritual Living in um, Boulder Valley in Colorado. And the piece that he wrote this week is The War on Words, and I'm going to read some excerpts from that. He says, we're standing at the edge of a crisis, not of economy or climate, but of something even more foundational, the right to name, to speak, and to be heard. This is all about the metaphysics of what's going on in the changes in our government. He writes, the recently news service of a disturbing and extensive list of words that have been discouraged or banned from use in federal documents by officials aligned with the administration. This is not conjecture. It includes over 200 terms that relate to identity, inclusion, science, and social equity. The list of words includes diversity, racism, mental health, pregnant people, implicit bias, gender, LGBTQ, accessibility, and climate crisis. They've all been flagged. Even woman and women are on the list of banned words. So what's happened is entire realities and communities have been reduced to silence by bureaucratic decree. And then he makes his big, bold statement. He says, let's be clear, this is not merely a political maneuver, it is a metaphysical assault. And as metaphysicians, we get to take that a little bit seriously. Robert writes, the New Thought has long taught that words are not passive, they are dynamic, they carry frequency, energy, and intention, they shape thought, and thought shapes reality. When we speak of divine mind, we speak of a consciousness that creates through words, or through the word. In every scripture, ancient and modern, it begins with the word. To control words, then, is to attempt to control consciousness itself. So are we buying into that? Are we buying into the thought that somebody else can take away our words and decide which ones are going to be okay and which ones are not going to be okay? Well, that's something that I think is worth taking a stand for. Don't necessarily automatically know what to do, what my action step is in that. But as we have discussed on numerous occasions, the first thing to do is to look a fact in the face and know something better. So this is not our reality. This is simply a fact. This is the experience that we're having right now. And this list of words is real. These things have been taken off and scrubbed off of websites. And there's been all sorts of turmoil that's been going on in this administration in the last 120 days or however long it's been. And that flurry of activity, let's fire lots of government employees because of, quote, waste, fraud, and abuse. By the way, waste, fraud, and abuse is a way that you can claim that whatever was going on before is something that was not good. And it's really hard to defend against that. Is there waste, fraud, and abuse in the government, in the bureaucracy? Yeah, of course there is. Because when you have somebody who's trying to launch rockets into space and they have to run past a bureaucrat who's trying to protect a frog who lives in a particular meadow near where they're going to be launching it, that can seem wasteful. That can seem abusive. That can seem like it's slowing down progress. And maybe it is. And maybe if the place that they are trying to launch the rockets is the next door to your house, and that's going to really inconvenience and trouble you, then maybe it's worth having somebody taking a look at that and saying, yeah, let's find a different way of doing this. So it's a slippery slope, that waste, fraud, and abuse. And taking the words out and claiming that they either don't exist, don't apply, can't be used, or don't mean what they originally meant, can be divisive, can take our power away. You know, there's the big boogeyman now is DEI. And every time something, quote, bad happens, the first response from people in the government is to say, "Oh, this is about DEI." That's when I'm not blaming the last administration. And we've had this discussion before. When somebody says DEI, let's spell it out: diversity, equity, and inclusion. And if somebody is like offended by or bothered by or against DEI, and ask them, which one is it? Do you not like diversity? You know, like the fact that we're not all the same? You're against equity, where everybody gets a fair shot? Do you not like inclusion? Is there something wrong with including everybody and giving everybody a fair chance? I can tell you where I stand. This is the coffee mug that I got from Unity Village, which says unapologetically inclusive. Let's go, baby. And I can take this back to one of the lessons from improv and improv comedy. And we've talked about that before, because in improv comedy, somebody suggests something and you don't object. The person who responds to them says yes, and they can completely change the subject after that, but you're not objecting, you're not pushing back. You're saying yes, and you're taking it in a different direction. And yes is hugely important. That is affirmative. That is, we are creating something here. It might not be what I had in mind. It might not be what I want to be creating, but there's something being created. And yes, and gives us an opportunity to head in a different direction, to create something new and something different. And if we are setting a good intention, something wonderful. And the word and is unapologetically inclusive. There's no but, there's no except, there's an and. Are there people in our society who are completely ill-equipped and unqualified to live in our society? No, no. And we've seen over and over again that when people in the most unlikely of circumstances get a chance, they get a leg up, they create wonderful, wonderful things. I'll even change that. We create wonderful, wonderful things. And oh, by the way, DEI has come to mean anything that's not advantaging white men. And I got to say that as a white man, um, I don't need that. I don't need that. And as far as I'm concerned, the richness and the uplift that comes from having everybody's voice heard of all those different possibilities of the people who are in all of those groups that Robert was talking about, they're adding richness and depth, even if they're not groups that I'm part of. Robert goes on to write that eliminating language is a denial of existence. It erases people from policy, from protection, from personhood. To forbid terms like transgender, intersectionality, oppression, or belonging is to suggest that these lived realities are illegitimate, that the people who embody them are inconvenient, invisible, or expendable. And to me, that's worth taking a stand for. That's where I get to say, nope, that's not the country that I live in. That's not what I'm about. That's not okay with me. And Robert says this is where new thought must rise, not with outrage alone, but with clarity and conviction. We believe in the creative power of language. Our prayers, our words, our affirmations, our words, our vision statements, our sermons, our intentions, they all begin and end with words. If language is sacred, then silence in the face of linguistic suppression is spiritual complacency. Well, okay, Robert's not pulling any punches there. And I had somebody ask me, so what do you do? What is a metaphysician to do in a situation like this? Protest, object, don't play along, don't be spiritually complacent. Look a fact in the face and know something better. There have been protests going on every couple of weeks. Usually they happen in Washington, D.C. as the focal point, and they happen other places around the country. Joe and I have gone down to to Independence Mall. I've been there a couple of times to protest the no kings and hands off and things like that. And usually Philadelphia is a satellite location. Flag Day, which I mentioned before, June 14th, happens to be a Saturday, which is a very convenient day for protesting. It also happens to be the birthday of the United States Army. So that happens on the same day. And it also happens to be the president's birthday. So he's having himself a big military parade in Washington, D.C. So the idea is, the people who aren't in favor of that, let's not go to Washington, D.C. Let's have the big anchor event of this be in a different city. And the city is going to be Philadelphia. So you want to make your voice heard? You want to say, this is not okay with me? Then come on down to City Hall. Actually, it's going to be Love Park is where the march is starting. At Love Park, and then it's going to go up the Parkway, and then there's going to be a big rally at the Art Museum. And I hear you say, well, that won't do any good. What good could that possibly do? Well, on the one hand, you might be right, that it wouldn't do any good at all to register your singular voice in protest to whatever it is that's going on. And oh, by the way, if you look up the things that we're protesting, not everybody has to protest the same thing. There's plenty to go around. Even it's fun just to go down and look at the protest signs and see all of the different things that that people are protesting and the very clever ways that they're saying it. The idea is to claim your voice and take a stand and be part of the opposition. Say, this is not okay with me. This is not the country that I signed up to be living in. The guy named Gene Sharp, who wrote a document called 198 Methods of Nonviolent Protest. And you think, well, that sounds pretty heady. Why is it that we're hearing about this for the first time now? Well, it turns out that there are countries all over the world that have been reading his 198 things you can do to protest and using them very, very effectively over the last number of decades. So it's coming into vogue in this country because now there's something there. And I will put a link to that in the chat when we're done. 198 different things that you can do. Some of them are kind of fascinating. Some of them are exactly the things that you would think of. Robert says, let's not be mistaken. When government discourages or censors the use of inclusive, identity-affirming language, they are not neutral. They are taking a side that resists justice, that fears change, and thrives on erasure. And yet we do not meet fear with fear. We meet it with light, with courage, with the unshakable truth that language like spirit cannot be contained. Now, he says, is the time to safeguard the words that carry the frequency of liberation. To speak of equity is not radical, it is responsible. To name racism is not divisive, it is honest. To say pregnant person or trans youth or BIPOC is not performative, it is precise, respectful, and real. To teach about gender identity, accessibility, or mental health is not dangerous, it is necessary. Do you need to agree with everything that everybody wants to include? No, you don't have to agree with it. We don't have to agree with it. We don't have to understand it. We simply need to understand that that's a possibility for somebody else and then be unapologetically inclusive. Yes, and this is my world. This is my country. This is my community. And I want everybody to have a chance to live a life of freedom, of love, of peace, of harmony, of prosperity. I can look a fact in the face and know something better. I can look at people who are trying to take a huge amount of money from the most disadvantaged people in the country and give it to the wealthiest people in the country and understand the wealthy people are interested in wealth. And that's perfectly understandable and perfectly natural. And I also know that the wealthy people tend to get wealthy anyway. They have the consciousness of wealth. They don't need to take the money from the people who can't afford it. So we can support our most vulnerable with food and with healthcare and with assistance and still be wealthy. Yes. And we can do all of it. And we don't do it by being divisive and taking stuff apart and tearing things away from each other. We do it by building up and encouraging and unfolding and allowing and inviting something new. So that is the roundabout invitation today to be aware to the extent that your mental, emotional equilibrium can handle it, of what's going on, of what is the world that you want to live in, and where is it that you can take a stand. There might be one of those 198 ways. There might be dozens of ways in the list of 198. There might be one thing. And maybe, just maybe, when you find yourself in contact with somebody who believes something that's different than what you believe in, instead of labeling them as the enemy or the opposition or wrong or dangerous, run towards them with curiosity. What makes you think that? Where'd that idea come from? If we follow that idea along, what does that mean for me? What does that mean for you? What does that mean for us? Is there a way that we can be in agreement that includes your idea, that also includes my idea? Is there a yes and available for each of us and for all of us? Maybe there is. Maybe there's not. But we get to be the ones who find out. Because, as Jami Lula says, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Love is at hand. It is your hands right now, these ones that you're carrying on the end of your arms. So move something around, make something wonderful happen. Be that bright light of divine love that you are. And together we create something spectacular. So it is. That's Jami. There's Jami.
O great spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. O great spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. Love is all, is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all, in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. Love is all, is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all, in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. No greater blessing. O great spirit of love, giving freely, refusing none. O great spirit of love. Eternal goodness flows like a flood. Love is all is love. Join us in singing the music of one in all in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. No greater blessing. No greater blessing. No greater blessing.
Thank you, Jamie. That brings us to the time that we can use to contemplate, meditate on the thoughts and the suggestions from that talk. And what it brought up for me was, what do I hold sacred? What do I memorialize? What do I honor, value, and celebrate? It also brought up for me that the antidote to fear is love. And I think a lot of what we deal with today is based on fear. How do we turn that vibration around and know something better? It'd be good. We can start with, what do I want to know better? What do I want to see instead of that? And just envisioning that something better can be helpful. Let's get comfortable, get ready to meditate, get comfortable in your chair, sit up straight if that's comfortable for you. Putting your feet flat on the floor helps us to root into the energy of the earth. And looking upward to the sky, to the heavens, helps us to then anchor into that universal consciousness. So let's take a few deep breaths. We'll take 3. Take a breath in, hold it at the top, and release. Feel that space, feel that relaxation, even if it's just a little bit. One more deep breath. Breath in, hold it, and release. Feel a little more space, hopefully. Last one. Breathe, big breath in. Hold it, and release. What do I choose to take a stand on? What is it that I can know better? How can I look for and find the yes and? Let that flow through us and see how spirit moves us to find those answers. And we'll take that into the quiet.
Like my brother, Dr. King said, I'm not surprised by the evildoers. I'm surprised by the silence of those that want to make a change. Always good to take action, but always practicing non-resistance. What I believe about non-resistance is prayer. Prayer will make changes. It's not by army, might, or sword. It's with the Spirit of the Lord. Scripture said, blessed are the meek, because they will inherit the earth. I believe that. It says, blessed are the peacemakers, because they are called children of God. And blessed are the pure in heart, because they will see God. That's what it is. We take action, but the cause of our action is prayer. And be and represent. I remember one time in the men's meeting, one of the leaders said, don't talk about spirit. I was a minority. I said, what you mean? God is all that is. I got a little backlash. I don't mind, because I take a stand. Take a stand, you get backlash. Might get cursed at. Doesn't matter. You bless those that curse you and despise you. We are children of God. Embody, embrace this day. Now take another deep breath in. Let it go. Shake your shoulders a little bit. When you're comfortable and ready, bring your awareness, your attention back to the celebration as Jami sing this next beautiful song for each one of us. Take it away.
Na 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 na. You're not bad, you're not selfish, you're not ugly, you're not broken, damaged, or dysfunctional. You're not the things you tell yourself you are, not the opinions of others or old scars, because you are the light of the world. Oh yes, you are. You are the light of the world. Make a joyful noise unto the Spirit of your life. Make a joyful noise unto the Spirit of your life. And everybody sang na 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 na. Words are simple. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. You're not stupid, lazy. You're not fat or too thin. You're not a big mouth, a crybaby. You're not a bully or original sin. You're not the things you tell yourself you are. Not the opinions of others or old scars. Oh, you are the light of the world. Oh, yes, you are. You are the light of the world. Yeah. Make a joyful noise unto the Spirit of your life. Make a joyful noise unto the Spirit of your life. Make a joyful noise unto the Spirit of your life. Make a joyful noise unto the Spirit. 'Cause I'm gonna love you, make my heart your home. And I'm gonna love you when you feel alone. And I'm gonna love you when your blues creep in. And I'm gonna love you until the end and start all over again, because you are the light of the world. Oh, yes, you are. You are the light of the world. Sing it out, sing it out, sing it out now. You are the light of the world. Yes, you are, Bill Marchiony. You are the light of the world. You too, Hannah. Everybody said, make a joyful noise unto the Spirit of your life. Make a joyful noise unto the Spirit of your life. Make a joyful noise unto the Spirit of your life. Make a joyful noise unto the Spirit, unto God's Spirit as your life. Bless you all. Thank you so much. I love you, Bill.
Bless you. Thank you, Jamie Lula. You have to run now to a different church.
Well, I'm actually going to drive. Unlike Tom Cruise, who was running after stuff yesterday in the movie, I'm going to drive. I'm going to drive. But thank you so much for honoring me.
Well, you're in
and
Los
allowing me to
Angeles.
celebrate.
Everybody drives.
Absolutely.
Okay. And we got one more song that you recorded earlier, so
Yes.
everybody else can stick around for that. We're
Thank
up.
you
Thank
all.
you, Jamie.
Bless you.
Yeah. So we're up to the wisdom share. So it is possible that something came up during the celebration so far that's sparked something in you that you'd like to give voice to, in which case, go ahead and raise your hand and you get a chance to do that. I'll read. Go ahead, Karen.
I'd be very much interested in coming up to Philadelphia for the 14th if there were going to be people who I could be with, who know the area and I could march with. I would like that. So
I'm going. I'm going. I'll bring some signs. You bet.
There you
okay.
go, Karen.
See?
I'm probably going.
You got
Okay, so I'll call us coordinate so I can rendezvous at your house, Reverend Bill,
Yeah, or maybe Joe's house because that's even.
or Joe's house.
Yeah,
We'll
work it out.
talk.
We'll talk.
Okay.
It'll be great. It'll be great.
Yo, I go if you have some sandwiches and coffee over there.
You know,
That's
whatever
what
it takes,
Wawa's for.
whatever it
I'm
takes
gonna
for
go.
you to feel free,
All right, I
Jesus.
bring the sandwiches.
Robert Brzezinski closed by saying, let us remember every social justice movement began with people reclaiming their voice. Let us not wait to be silenced. Let us speak. Let us write. Let us educate. Let us affirm the reality of a world that works for everyone and make that affirmation loud enough to echo through systems and laws. Language is not the end of the work, but it is the beginning. And in this beginning was the word.
Nice.
You got it there. All right. All right. Anybody else a word speaking of the word? Cool. So let us move along now to the offering, and Hannah is going to share.
New Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gift you share helps fund our work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads the love. We are grateful for every way you share. We don't have a basket today, but there is a donate button on the website to make a donation by Zelle, credit card, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering affirmation is on screen. Unmute and we'll say the affirmation together. I live in an abundant universe. I am
one with the infinite source of all good.
I am a
The center of conscious prosperity.
I
enjoy the richness of life.
I bless
I bless my gift.
I
I share my gift with gratitude and joy. And I know that as I give, I do receive.
And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing Memorial Day weekend, this holy day of choice and intention setting. And we will close with another song. It's Jami Lula, live on tape from an hour ago.
Thank you, New Thought Philly. Have a brilliant weekend. Spirits in the house. I've done my time, I'm so tired. I give up on my simple mind. It's not working, I'm no good. I'm in need. If I only could find the spirit in the house. I said spirits in the house. Light says stop, I go through, pull me over, said the man in blue. Son, you know what you done did. I said yes, I ran a light of red. What's your hurry, why the race? Who you trying to keep pace with? Take your time now, it's alright. Got your answer, you can't hide from the spirit in the house. Holy, holy, holy spirit. Spirits in the house. Well, I'm on fire, how about you? Can't you feel the spirit guiding you? House ain't home, home is where love's alive when you wanna dwell in the spirit in the house. Holy, holy, holy spirit, spirits in the house. Let's sing it one more time. Spirits in the house. Holy, holy, holy spirit, spirits in the house. Come on now. Spirit in the house. Spirit in the, spirit in the, spirit in the house. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jami Lula. Thank you, everybody, for making this a spectacular Sunday celebration. Let us close with another joyful cacophony, kind of tying the whole thing together. So go ahead and unmute and repeat after me. I am love.
I am love.
love.
I am light.
I am
I am
light.
light.
To all of God's goodness,
Through
All
all
of
of God's
God's
goodness,
I I say yes, and
I
say
say
yes,
yes,
and.
and.
so it is.
So it
So it
is.
is.
Woo.
Hey,